Sophie, thank you very much for joining us. One of the themes that's been looked at this year's Cool Logistics Conference is the gradual shift or not of reefer cargoes from conventional reefer vessels to container ships. And I just wondered what the Port of Rotterdam's experience of that has been in recent times.
Yes, we have seen a very strong containerization. I think even in Rotterdam it might be even stronger than in other ports because we deal with a lot of seasonal fruits. As you know, bananas, pineapples are still mainly transported in conventional reefer ships, but other fruits are very strongly containerized. And I think in Rotterdam that's particular. We see that very strong, and our port is very much focused on container logistics. So I would say we hardly have any conventional fruit packages left, and we of course welcome any packages, but we are mainly focused on container logistics at the moment. And that also of course touches upon our developments in the port, so the creation of Maasvlakte 2 with extra container terminals and access for the largest container ships that are built, also including a lot of reefer plugs. So we are ready to receive the containerized cargo, of course.
How's in one of the in that respect, one of the aspects that this conference has looked at has been the engagement by all the members of the supply, all the partners in the supply chain. Have there been specific measures that Rotterdam's been putting in for the forwarders, for the shippers, you know, and for the other sort of partners in the perishable supply chain?
Yeah, definitely. Port of Rotterdam is, of course, the authority is, of course, a very good instrument, I would say, to get the people from the cold chain together. So we have different projects running to also combine the people from the cold chain, so both shippers and the terminal operators with the importers, and to see what we should have in the port in the future and already now to improve efficiency, but also what facilities do we need, what can we do to have better shuttles to the hinterland, for example, and especially with fruits. That's interesting because if that can improve with intermodal ways, then other cargo could also go with the same shuttle. So we are working on that very extensively with the market parties. Yeah.
Okay, and another aspect has been that was mentioned. There's been a shift, a modal shift from air freight to sea freight. Obviously, Rotterdam has very close proximity to Schiphol, and I just wondered if there'd been sort of projects, or there was instead of the modes competing, that actually you were looking at sort of doing something combined in that very joined up Dutch way of doing things.
Well, yeah, there is a close cooperation between Schiphol and the Port of Rotterdam. We are talking to each other, of course. What we do see is a shift, especially in particular perishable cargo such as flowers, which is very interesting, I think, for the future perspective. It's not that much of a volume yet, but we expect it to grow. We of course talk to Flora Holland and those organizations that can really tell us the developments that take place. And of course we are in close contact with Schiphol, and we will always see like two main ports. What we always say, Holland has two main ports, that is Schiphol and Rotterdam. We cooperate together and then are closely related to the what we call green ports, with all the perishable trade and distribution that is taking place in Holland.
One final thing, obviously the conference moves to Rotterdam next year. I just wondered what you hope to achieve there.
No, we will. Everybody's very much welcome in Rotterdam. We really hope to show everybody what is happening there, give a good image, I think, of the container activities and the new projects we're working on, and show, of course, how nice Rotterdam is as a city, and hopefully everybody enjoys the ship where we're hosting the conference next year.
Thank you very much, Sophie.